Now, what is important for today's lecture will be this equation. This one, and this one. We deal with displacement. On the left-hand side, local. Right-hand side, global. And the transformation fixed already. Okay, CS minus SC, 0, 0, CS minus SC. And then you repeat the same for forces. So T fixed already. This one will save you some marks. So you write T equal to this one in your answer sheet, you'll get 1 mark for your answer. Right. Then the next one, we look at force. So recall what is force. Recall what is force. F equal to KD, but the prime. And previously we know that if you look at the forces, if you look at the diagram, we have F prime 1x and F2 prime 2x here. So that's why in our force component here, we can write F1x prime, F2x prime equal to K is the same. K for bar is AE divided by L, positive, negative, negative, positive 1. And the displacement is U1 and U2 with the prime, because we are looking at prime dimension or local dimension. Then we need to convert into the global dimension. For example, in this case, we convert this one into a complex form. This one into this one because we add the y component for the forces. And we add the v, the u and the u inside there. Okay, so this will be useful in your test or exam or even assignment. So this one is more complete one, means a balanced matrix format where you have 4 times 1. 4 times 1 means 4 row, 1 column. Then you have 4 times 4 matrix. You times the 4 times 1 matrix. So this one is the multiplication products. You will get 4 times 1. Okay, 4 times 4 cancel, and the product will be 4, 1. Okay. And in this case, we know for when we deal with bar, not bar, we deal with global matrix. In this case, if you look at the diagram, you don't have the y component. Okay, so this one is 0, this one is 0. So by default, you know this value already. This one is 0, this one is 0. So these are all the 3 marks in your answer. Okay, when you look at bar, there's no y component. Okay, so the second equation or matrix equation you need to remember for today is if you compare the equation on the screen, the first one and the second one, so your K prime will equal to AEL 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, and so on. Okay, so there's a way of transforming all these things. For example, this number, if you do labeling, this one is U1, U2 prime. So this number is U1, U1. So U1, okay, you write here lah, U1, V1, U2, V2. Basically, you're copying what you're seeing here. Prime, 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 prime. So this one is U prime, U prime. So you just park this number here. This one, U2 prime, U1. So you go and find the number like what you did in chapter 2. So you go and find U2 and U1, park here. You do the same for this one and this one. The rest, if the rest is 0 because you don't have number for that. You just put 0. So that's why you get this format. Okay, then we rearrange the equation. Displacement we have a transformation conversion factor there. D prime equal to T times D. F also have the same conversion. F prime equal to T times F. This side again is the local dimension. Through a conversion factor, or in this case, we name it as a transformation matrix. This one is global. You substitute. We want to reach this case F equal to KD dimension by using these two matrix form. Okay, I'm going to go very fast here because you are actually applying what we learned in the first session. So what you did is that you substitute this equation here. You get TF forces, and the displacement equation you put in here, substitute here, you'll get this part. Okay, so as you can see on the screen here, we are arriving at T force equal to K prime T and D by substituting of these two. Then we need to make some treatment on the mathematical equation. So to cancel the T in matrix, you need to times the inverse matrix. Okay, you need to times the T transpose matrix to cancel the T. So when you cancel the T both sides, you arrive from here to here. Or in other way is that you pull this one to the right hand side. It becomes T minus 1 or inverse matrix. Okay, if inverse matrix you don't understand what is inverse matrix, again go to appendix and read the matrix chapter. There is an appendix that I attach in the Moodle. Okay, then you just continue with the derivation. You know that if you learn in your advanced mathematics, you know that if you're inverse, you can write as a transpose. Okay, so if you have a T minus 1, you can write as transpose. Okay, inverse of T will equal to transpose of T. The process, again, go and read Appendix A in Moodle. So I'm not going to detail in the mathematics things. Go try to understand how the process is being done. What is important is what you see on the screen here. So to calculate the force, you need force equal to K prime. You take the T times transformation of T times T. You replace this one to this one. Then you recall F equal to KD again. You substitute, you will get the K. If you compare side by side, this one will equal to this one. So we can write K equal to K prime T times T transpose. Okay, K equal to K prime T times T transpose. Basically, this we are still at the mathematics derivation. Okay, but I think it will make sense to you, right? How the flow, as you can understand the flow, then is okay. Okay, so the K equal to K prime T and T transpose. Recall what you learned earlier. T equal to a standard cos and sine relationship inside the matrix. T equal to C minus S as C 0, 0. C is a cos, cos, sine, minus sine, cos. And recall what is the K prime equation matrix. K prime equal to AEL, and there's a 1 minus 1 minus 1, 1, or is 0. These two standard already. Make sure you write this one in your answer when it comes to test or exam. Both give you 1 marks. Okay. You substitute. Okay, you substitute this one in. You do the transpose process of this one. There's a steps to do the transpose matrix. Okay, if you don't know how to do transpose, go and read the appendix. Then after that, after you do the transpose, you put this one in, you times the products, then you arrive at this one. This matrix is super important, where you need to convert the local to global. So this one is super important. So at the end, you arrive at K equal to AEL C square CS minus C square minus CS, and so on, like what you see on the screen here. What mean by symmetry? It means that whatever the number you repeated from the opposite side, you take this one as your mirror. So if you draw the parking lot, you just pull the number and paste over there. You draw the parking lot. Okay, so you see the grid already. What you do is that you pull and park the number. So what should you write here is this one. This one pull here, you write CS. So this is a mirror, right? You see the mirror line. So S2. Brian, what should I write here? Brian, are you there? What should I write here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What should I write here?
I should write S2. S2.
What? S2?
Hello?
Okay. Let me, it seems that you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm going to repeat. What I mean by symmetry is that you need to draw a, you need to redraw the parking lot again, parking complex. You're having, okay, you're having a 4-story parking lot. And then what I mean by symmetry is actually you are mirroring, you mirror the value. Where is your mirror axis? Here. Okay, whatever you see, you just mirror to opposite. So for example, here, you through the mirror line, here you convert here. So you write CS over here. I'm asking about what should you write here? Brian, what is the number that you should write here if you do the same approach?
So if we do the same mirror, isn't it like S squared S2?
Okay, he seems not able to capture what I'm trying to say. You understand, Brian, you understand about the mirror line?
Yeah.
You understand how you get CS here? Why I can write CS here?
It's because you said you mirror the other side to this other side.
I mirror what? I mirror this block, right?
Yes.
This block is CS, right? So I mirror here, I write CS. So this is your CS. I ask you this block. What should I write here? Chia, what do you think? Chia, what do you think you should write here? What is
Negative
the
C square.
negative what?
Negative
Negative what?
C square.
C square. Why? Because correct, Chia, your answer correct. You are mirroring this block because this is your mirror. S2 is your mirror. So you don't see the mirror line, right? So what you mirror this one. So you mirror this one, you copy the whole block here.
Negative C square.
Yeah, negative C square. Correct.
So
Okay, Brian,
so
I'm going to ask you again. What should I write over here? I will ask until you understand. What should I write here?
Negative CS.
Negative CS, because you're copying this block. Are you able to see the relationship? This one you copy here. You mirror.
I
here.
think you mirror window.
Okay, you understand now or not? Minus CS
Yeah,
is here.
at first I thought you mirror when you're going down.
No, this is your mirror. You just mirror. You just play like a TikTok, like your chessboard. You just copy whatever that is across the board. Do you understand why we can write minus CS here, Brian?
Okay.
You understand now, right? Brian?
Yes, sir.
What should I write here?
Yes, sir.
What should I write here?
Negative C.
Negative?
Yes.
CS. Okay, correct. Okay, the next one I'm going to ask Sue. So the next question you need to answer.
Yes.
Sue, what do you think I should write here?
Negative S square.
Correct. You understand, Sue? Because you are
Yes.
exporting this one to this one. Okay, one last question for today. Ashmal, what should I
Yes,
write?
sir. CS.
CS, Okay, good. So because we are exporting this one through this mirror line, I write here. Okay, so in exam or in test, I am expecting you to fill this gap. You need to write all this number in your test or exam. If you write symmetry, I will discount some marks. I need to see whether you understand how to fill this number. I write symmetry here because I don't want to keep repeating, typing the same thing. Okay, just to save the time for lecture. Okay, just let you know. In your answer, don't write symmetry here. Fill the gap in your test answer or final exam answer. All right. Since all of you understand how to park the number, okay. So this is for your info. A side note is that the Kane matrix here is actually the explicit matrix that used for only referring to x and y plane only. Okay, referring to x and y plane only. If you have a 3D, then you need to develop the relationship inside here. Okay. Then the rest you just find the unknown by finding the k. Here you just park all the k together, superimpose them together, and then you find the missing parameter. We look at one example. So f equal to kd at the end. So let's look at this example and then we call it a day. So if you look at the diagram, a bar element, okay? So again, if you see the word bar, recall that in your answer, you're writing area, modulus Young, and L in your answer. If you see something, this keyword in the answer, in the question, expect something in like AE divided by L, or in your answer, you should be writing area, modulus Young, or length in your answer. Okay. Evaluate the global stiffness matrix. We need to find the global stiffness matrix, which is a capital K. Respect to XY coordinate system, let bar cross section is 2 meters square. Again, you are given the cross section area, which is your A. Length is given, so L is given. Modulus elasticity, which is your E, is given. Angle of bar is 30 degrees. So again, angle is positive when you have an anti-clockwise direction from x to x prime. Let's develop the K. So the first steps when you answer chapter 3, when you're asked to find the global stiffness matrix, first step, look for the degree. The degree will always given. Make sure you're looking for x to x prime, anti-clockwise positive. Okay, yeah, again, I need to remind you, this is a tutorial question. It will be very straightforward. When you come to test or exam, I might flip the direction. In test or exam, you might see an x prime like that. So here to here is negative value. What does it mean? Your theta equal to negative 30 if your x prime is below. Yeah, take note on that. First step, calculate what is your cos, what is your sine. Okay, first steps, look at the degree, whether it's positive or negative. In this case, it's positive because it's anti-clockwise. Calculate the value by using your calculator. Cos 30 equal to what? If can, memorize the fraction number if you have a standard. If not, then you go to the 3 decimal place minimum. I would recommend 4 for this particular chapter. Okay, I would recommend 4 if you're not able to write the fraction format from your calculator. You know that your calculator, there's a function that you can convert decimal to fraction number. Okay, if not able to, then you just use the 4 decimal place number in your answer for accuracy. Yeah, for accuracy. So once you calculate the cos and sine, you recall your K. This is standard already. So how I mark this one, I give you 1 mark. You calculate cos, give you 1 mark. You calculate sine, give you 1 mark. You write this general equation. Of course, you need to fill this side. Yeah? I give you 1 to 2 marks for this general equation. Okay, now in test, I'm not expecting you to write the symmetry. I'm expecting you to fill the gap here. Okay, I already explained how to mirror the value just now. So you already should know what is all this number here. All right, then when you substitute all the number, you able to reach the answer as you see on the screen here. Your K will be equal to 2 times 30 times 10 power 6 divided by 60. Be careful when it comes to test. I will play around with the unit. Make sure the unit is same or in unit SI. Pascal, you have to know what I mean by Pascal. Pascal is Newton over meter square. How do I know this one? What is Pascal? Pascal is pressure. Pressure equal to force divided by area. Unit of force is Newton. Unit of area is meter square. Okay. The rest is just your calculator. So for example, C square, you take this one, you square this one, you get 3 divided by 4. You get this value. CS, you take this one times this one. You get square root 3 divided by 4. I'll explain one more. You get this one. This is the area where students make mistakes. Students normally they will forget to bring the negative sign. You do C square, then bring the negative down. Okay, repeat for the rest of the number, you get something like this. And in test or exam, I'll look for unit. If you forget to put in the unit, for example, this answer costs you 3 marks. I will only give you 1.5 marks for the correct answer. Okay. Any questions so far for the one that you see on the screen here? Any question? Any question from the class?
No.
No, everyone clear? Okay, good. So, okay, both give you the same answer, both give you same marks of answer. You can either write in the form above or the form below. Okay. Okay, next class or next week, we will learn something new. How we take advantages of this K to find the missing forces inside the system. Okay, so I think we end the lecture here.